Honda MR2. Cable ties where there shouldn't be cable ties. We are here at Torque Performance down in Auckland for a retune on the Civic. We've just unloaded it off the trailer and talked to JP about squeezing us in, so thankfully he's done that for us to get us on the dyno so that we can make a few pulls and hopefully make some jam today with this thing. So yeah, a couple other cars, he's got customer cars. There's a cool little EK9 here with a K20A, sorry, out of a DC5. Little weekend car, 5-studded, pretty cool little car. And also this Mercedes, which doesn't look to be much on the outside, but when you pop the bonnet, she gets serious real quick. We're looking at tuning that to about 1100 horse with the NOS, so that should be an interesting one to see on the dyno. And then it's got, don't see many of these around. Honda MR2, oh sorry, NSX supercar, aluminium monocoque chassis. Honda power. Hey! Me and Dave just hanging out in the dyno room. We've had our first couple of runs on the Civic. Made 162 kilowatts at the flywheel, not at the wheels unfortunately. Had a bit of smoke come out the back end, possibly a compression oil ring issue. We've done a temporary breather on the car to see if we can get the block to breathe a bit more and not get any crankcase pressure. Just working on changing a few settings now. Daniel is working on changing a few of the fueling maps, him and JP. I just going through some of the old maps and changing some of the fueling, and hopefully we can get a bit more mid-range and yeah, run it up again, see how it goes before we change on to the E85. Alright, she's never smooth sailing. We're wanting to hook up a knock sensor. The factory knock sensor doesn't seem to be working, so we can actually get some decent tunes in there. And so the factory knock sensor is on B series is buried deep under the intake manifold down under here. I can't really find anywhere else to put a aftermarket knock sensor either. So we're having to pull the intake manifold off just quickly to get either replacement knock sensor on or the aftermarket one. So JP's working hard for us feverishly here, and Dave, to get the intake off so we can get this knock bolted up.
Part of the manifold piece, yeah, it's the group's not good enough. Cool.
Kind of got the manifold off, kind of, semi. There's shit everywhere. Cable ties where there shouldn't be cable ties, and that's coming from a drifter.
Look at that, we've got some room. Awesome. Now we can actually see.
So you can see down here now, you can see all the water pissing out of there. But really what we're trying to get down to is the knock sensor, which as you can see is right down here, buried deep. So we're going to go ahead and check the wiring, I guess, and check the sensor itself, see if we can get another one or put the aftermarket one in.
Just for now, yeah.
We're going to be able to get back out again too. Okay, so the boys finally got this knock sensor out of off the back of the block. What the knock sensor does is it tells the ECU in the car whether it's getting any harmonics or any knock pre-ignition on the motor, which is damaging to the motor. We don't want that. Knock sensor's job is to tell the computer that that's happening, and then the computer can pull the ignition timing back and work it so that it's not going to damage the engine. Now what we've had on this particular one is the wiring has come away from the plate where it senses a knock, and obviously it's pretty old and rusty. It's been in the car probably its whole entire life. So we've tried to send out on a ASAP courier to see if we can get another one within half an hour. We can get that refitted, get the intake plenum back on, and roll it back onto the dyno and hopefully get back going again. Alright guys, so we kind of concludes our day tuning. It's been a bit of a long day, but we've got there. It's around 178 kilowatts, 210 newton meters, up from the 164 and the 207 we came in originally on. So it's a gain of 13 odd kilowatt, 13 kilowatt, and yeah, only 3 newton meters torque. Well, that concludes today. We've just been finished up on the dyno and the tune. It's on our way home. Thought we'd stop at the beautiful Copra Harbour, check out the view, and living the dream, living the dream. Old girl did well. She smoked and coughed away to a pretty good number. So yeah, we're going to set up the rest of the car, the 2-step, the launch control, and the flat shift. I think we'll try and hook up the flat shift so we can full throttle shift. Put the slicks on and hopefully get us all ready for next Friday night at Night Speed Drag Wars. If you're there, come and say hello.